Okay, so after I brought in all of the plants, I was putting them down and I actually crowded them a little bit too much, like more than I actually need to. So I probably will at some point spread them out a little bit more, but I wanted to show you some new growth and new leaves that we got while I was gone because I'm really excited about it. Okay, so this is my silver sword and it is putting out this huge leaf. I mean, I just really think this is going to be one of the biggest leaves on the plant. Like, it might be around this size or bigger, which is super exciting. All of the new leaves so far have come out looking like not good, just like ripped or something like that, or around this size, like not super big leaves, not very impressive. So I'm hoping that this one will be really big. Fingers crossed. But speaking of big leaves, look at this Anthurium balaenum. This leaf is 13 inches long, which is the biggest leaf that it has put out so far in my care. Like, look at it. Huge. Okay, my hand is making it not look that big. Maybe I have big hands. Anyway. It's still pretty soft, so I feel like it could still grow a little bit more, but look at how amazing it looks in this corner with all of this different leaf texture and color. I love the way that this looks. It's so cool. The last leaf that it put out was this one, which is only like 10 inches long. So we have like a really big jump from this leaf to this leaf, and I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe it was getting, you know, enough water. Maybe it was, I have no idea actually why it suddenly is jumping in leaf size, because it's not climbing anything. And I have considered propagating this plant because look at how long that stem is. I don't know. I haven't like committed to doing anything, but I might. We'll see. And then we have my Philodendron Splendid, which put out this leaf most recently, which is looking a lot bigger. So this is also sort of a plants on planks update, because this plant has been on a plank since probably this leaf maybe. And it put out this leaf next, which wasn't that big, but then this one, it definitely grew in size. And this next leaf is a big one. Like, you can already see that that is much bigger than this one. And those aerial roots are a lot longer than they normally are. So I feel like that means something. Hopefully it will attach soon, but actually I kind of hope that it doesn't, because I would like to chop and prop, because we have a really long stem at the bottom with some leaves that are just dying off. So I'd probably cut it like maybe about right here and then reroot and put it back at the bottom of the pole. Then I'd use this same exact, you know, post, because this plant grows really fast and it needs something really tall, and I kind of like this one for it. This leaf on my Thai constellation hardened off finally, so it's at its full size and color, and it's so beautiful. I love this like creamy section. I love that my Monstera, like my Monsteras don't usually have, or my variegated Monsteras don't usually have big sectoral like whiteness or cream, and I really like that. I really like more of this like speckle and like lighter green colors. But as I say that, my Albo Monstera actually put out this leaf, which has a big white section and some fenestrations, which is really exciting because it has not put out fenestrations in a long time. So I'm happy to see that. But the reason I don't really love the white sections is because they inevitably will do this, and depending on how you're caring for the plant and if it is happy, it'll take a lot longer. Like this plant or this leaf has been around for a really long time, like I'd say a year or more, and it is only just now getting this brown piece. But leaves that look like this will hold on to that white section a lot better because there's a lot of green here to hold on to it. So I love getting leaves like this or leaves like this, just to help the plant stay balanced. And if your plant puts out a leaf like this, don't worry, the variegation is sort of in and out, especially on a plant like this. You never know what you're gonna get, and that's why it's super exciting. Like, it put out this leaf and then it put out this leaf, and those are two very differently variegated leaves, you know, so just roll with it. I completely forgot the name of this plant, but she is so beautiful, and I moved it to be more up front and center because I feel like it needs more attention, and is putting out a new leaf, which is super cute and exciting. That should definitely be out by the time I return from my next trip. And then the last super exciting big leaf is this one from my Anthurium veitchii, which is the king Anthurium, and it is just looking so good. This leaf is about 12 inches long, so about 1 foot, and that is really exciting because so far the leaves that it's put out previously were pretty small. So I'm excited to see this big leaf, and unfortunately it does have some imperfections, but honestly that's fine. I mean, this leaf also has imperfections, and it's been a really good leaf for me since I've had the plant. So hopefully this leaf will continue to grow a little bit bigger before it hardens off, but I'm just really excited to see the trajectory of this plant. If it just put out this leaf, I can imagine they're just going to keep getting bigger. And then also my veitchii put out this bloom, which is super cute. Okay, everybody, it's been a few hours and I have the worst allergies. I have been trying to combat them like all day. I've been blowing my nose. I took a Claritin, just allergies are happening really bad. So anyway, if it looks like I'm on the verge of tears this entire time, I'm not, it's just allergies. Okay, so I wanted to take a brief moment to talk about Green Chef, which is today's sponsor. And I have a box from them, and I planned this box to arrive for us when we got back from our trip, because honestly, cooking after a vacation is the last thing that I want to do. So in this box, I've got 3 meals. Food comes pre-portioned and mostly prepped in these bags right here. And then underneath those bags, sandwiched between some ice blocks, you will find the meat. And speaking of meat, if you've watched my videos from Green Chef for a while, you know that I sort of flip-flop between the vegan and, you know, just regular diet pretty frequently, just depending on how I'm feeling that month. So Green Chef is a CCOF certified organic company, and they have options for keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, and gluten-free. So if you have allergies or just preferences, it's a really great option. And also I think it's really cool that they have 24 meal options each week, so you can find something that you like within your meal plan so that you're staying with the, you know, food lifestyle that you want to go with. So you can head down to the link in the description box below and use the code DELAPLANTS130 for $130 off plus free shipping on your first box. Go to greenchef.com for more details. I've just finished cooking. I made it through an entire cooking of a meal without sneezing. I feel very proud of myself. But we're gonna do a taste test. I'm very excited about this. It has a lot of really yummy smells. I'm so excited. Okay, I think it's had at least a little bit of time to cool down. Mmm. That is delicious. If you're interested in checking out Green Chef, I'll have the offer on the screen for you. Go check them out, they're amazing. And let's get back into the video. Now before I leave town again, I need to do a little bit more watering, which is probably boring at this point, but that is what I'm up to. I feel like traveling is really fun and all, but what usually, like what my plant care ends up looking like when I am traveling is watering all of my plants at one time and then leaving for a week and then having to do it all over again when I get back, which is not exactly fun. But, you know, it's the price we pay for having plants and being a globetrotter. I'm not a globetrotter. I'm visiting Tucson, so, you know. But anyway, after I repotted these Hoya, I am committed to watering them more often so that they can actually have new growth and grow as they're supposed to. I am probably going to be moving these to a different part of my house as well, where they're going to get more light, because especially now that the trees have leaves again, there's not going to be a lot of direct light coming into the south window. So I'm gonna have to move these because I want optimal growth. So I'll probably move these to the plant room after I move some plants outside, which I've already done. 2 plants. I've moved 2 plants outside already. So I'm going to show you what that looks like how I am setting that up this year. Okay, so this is my setup for my plants outside this year. I have this bench, which I got off of Marketplace, and I don't really know what to do with it. Like, I thought that it would look cute in this spot, but then I realized, oh shoot, that's where my plants go when I put them outside. And it's a really great spot for them because it is directly underneath this huge oak tree, which I think is the source of a lot of my allergies right now because there's a lot of pollen coming off of it. And my dogs bring it in, I bring it in on my shoes, it's just a mess. Here's my big Philodendron Stellum or Thaumatophyllum bipennatophytum, something like that.